Prefect Wei asked the Patriarch to give another teaching. Having taken his seat and asked the assembly to purify their mind collectively and to recite the Prajna Paramita Sutra, he gave the following address. Good friends, the wisdom of enlightenment is inherent in every one of us. It is because of the delusion under which our mind works that we fail to realize it ourselves, and that we have to seek the advice and guidance of enlightened ones before we can know our own essence of mind. You should know that as far as Buddha nature is concerned, there is no real difference between an enlightened person and an ignorant one. What makes the difference is that one realizes it, while the other is ignorant of it. Now, let me talk to you about Prajna Paramita. You may have chanted this without understanding it, but if you listen, I will explain it. Those who recite the word Prajna the whole day long do not seem to know that Prajna is inherent in their own nature. Merely talking about food will not appease hunger. In the same way, talking about emptiness alone will not enable us to realize the essence of mind, and it serves no purpose in the end. What does Prajna Paramita mean? It is a Sanskrit term meaning the great wisdom leading to the other shore. To reach the other shore of the sea of existence, we have to put it into practice with our mind. Whether we recite it or not does not matter. But if you recite it and don't practice it, it's like an illusion or a mirage. On the other hand, if we do both, then our own mind will be in accord with what we recite orally. What is Maha? Maha means great. The capacity of the mind is great, as vast as that of space. It is infinite, neither large nor small, neither round nor square, neither green nor yellow, neither above nor below, neither long nor short, neither angry nor happy, neither right nor wrong, neither good nor bad, all Buddha lands are as empty as space. Intrinsically, our transcendent nature is empty, with nothing that can be grasped or attained. It is the same with the essence of mind, which is a state of absolute emptiness. That is, the emptiness of non-emptiness. Good friends, when you hear me talk about emptiness, do not fall into the idea of vacuity, because this involves the wrong understanding of the Dharma, the erroneous view of annihilation. It is of utmost importance that we should not fall into this view, because when a person sits quietly and keeps their mind blank, they fixate on a state of empty indifference. The illimitable space of the universe is capable of holding myriad things of various shapes and forms, such as the sun, the moon, and the stars, the earth and its mountains and rivers, every plant and tree, bad people and good people, bad teachings and good teachings, heavens and hells. Space contains all these, and so does the emptiness of our own nature. We say that the essence of mind is great because it embraces all things, since all things are within our nature. When we see both the good and the bad, without being attracted to or repelled by them, without attaching to them, this is to be like space. This is what we mean by great. What the ignorant merely talk about, wise people put into actual practice with their mind. There is also a class of deluded people who sit quietly and try to keep their mind blank, not thinking of anything whatsoever, and think this is greatness. But because of their wrong view, we can hardly talk to them. Good friends, you should know that the mind is very great in capacity, since it pervades the whole Dharma Dhatu. that is, the universe. With it, we can know something of everything. And when we use it to its full capacity, we shall know all with comprehensive clarity. All in one, and one in all. When our mind works without hindrance and is at liberty to come and go freely, then it is in a state of prajna. All prajna comes from our own essential nature. It does not come from outside. Have no mistaken notion about that. Don't misuse your thought and call that the inherent function of intrinsic essential nature. Once suchness, or the essence of mind, is known, one will be free from delusion forever. The scope of mind is too vast to travel a narrow path. Don't just talk about emptiness all day without cultivating its application in the mind. That would be like a commoner claiming kingship for himself without ever being able to attain it. Prajna can never be attained in this way. What is prajna? Prajna means wisdom. If at all times and in all places we steadily keep our mind free from foolish desire and act wisely, then we are practicing prajna. One foolish notion is enough to shut off prajna, while one wise thought will bring it forth again. People in ignorance or under delusion do not see it. They talk about it with their tongues, but in their mind they remain ignorant. They always claim to cultivate prajna, but while they talk on and on about emptiness, they do not know true emptiness. The heart of wisdom is prajna, which has neither form nor characteristic. If you understand it in this way, then indeed it is the knowledge of Prajna. Good friends, what is paramita? This word means arriving at the other shore. If you understand the meaning, you detach from birth and death. If you fixate on sense objects, birth and death occur, like the rise and fall of waves on water. This is what is called this shore. While by non-attachment to sense objects, there is no birth or death. As when water flows smoothly. And this is called the other shore. So it is referred to as paramita. To know this Dharma is to know the Dharma of Prajna. And to practice this is to practice Prajna. One who does not practice it is an ordinary person, while one who directs their mind to practice it, even for a moment, is the equal of Buddha. For ordinary beings are themselves Buddhas, and affliction is itself enlightenment. A foolish passing thought makes one an ordinary person, while an enlightened second thought makes one a Buddha. A passing thought that clings to sense objects is affliction, while the second thought that frees one from attachment is Bodhi. Good friends, Maha Prajna Paramita is the noblest, the highest, the ultimate. It has no dwelling, no going, and no coming. The Buddhas of the past, present, and future emerge from within it. You should use great wisdom to break through the afflictions and the five khandhas. If you cultivate in this way, you will surely attain the way of Buddhas. Transmuting the three poisons into good conduct, samadhi, and wisdom. The mind should be trained in such a way that it will be independent of external or internal objects, at liberty to come or to go, free from attachment, and thoroughly enlightened without the least impediment. Since all dharmas are immanent in our own mind, there is no reason why we should not realize intuitively the real nature of suchness. The Bodhisattva Sila Sutra says, "Our essence of mind is intrinsically pure. And if we knew our mind and realized what our nature is, all of us would attain Buddhahood." When we use Prajna for introspection, we are illumined within and without, and in a position to know our own mind. To know our mind is to obtain liberation. To obtain liberation is to attain samadhi of Prajna, which is freedom from thought. What does freedom from thought mean? It is to see and to know all dharmas with a mind free from attachment. It pervades everywhere, and yet it sticks nowhere. What we have to do is to purify our mind so that sense consciousness does not become attached to the 6 sense objects. When our mind works freely without any hindrance and is at liberty to come or to go, we attain samadhi, freedom, or liberation. This is called the state of freedom from thought. But to refrain from thinking of anything so that all thoughts are suppressed, this is dogmatic bondage. This is called an erroneous view. Those who realize the state of freedom from thought understand all things. They have the experience all Buddhas have and arrive at the rank of Buddhahood. Erroneous views keep us in defilement, while right views remove us from it. But once we are in the position to discard both of them, we are then absolutely pure. Bodhi, enlightenment, is immanent in our essence of mind, and to look for it elsewhere is erroneous. Our very nature is Buddha, and apart from this nature, there is no other Buddha. Within our impure mind, the pure one is to be found. And once our mind is set right, we are free from ignorance. When neither hatred nor love disturbs our mind, serenely we sleep. Good friends, if we are treading the path of enlightenment, we need not be worried by stumbling blocks. Provided we keep a constant eye on our own faults, we cannot go astray from the right path. The kingdom of Buddha is in the world. It is not realized apart from the world. To seek enlightenment by separating from this world is as absurd as to search for a rabbit's horn. Right views are called transcendent. Erroneous views are called worldly. When all views right or erroneous, are discarded. Then the essence of Bodhi appears.